Hello, everyone. Welcome to Tangle Time Arts. My name is Nana Heron, and I'm a certified Zentangle teacher. And I'm still working my way through Inktober Tangles. Um, Due to some personal obligations, I'm a little behind, but I'm enjoying the process of learning all these tangles. Some are old friends, and some are new ones. And for day 26, we have Owlpeek by Susan Yeo, CZT. And this is a new to me tangle, so we're going to play around with that. It looks like this one is meant to be stacked, but I'm going to try to put them side by side. So we'll play around with that. I have our basic tools, white tile, a black pen, a number two pencil, and a tortillon. And I also have some of these fun felt tip pens by Staedtler. They come in a variety of colors. This is just a set of 10. Okay. So on my white tile, I did pre-draw a circle. It is about 2 inches in diameter, just to save some time. Um, Yours could be a little smaller or a little bigger, but roughly 2 inches is what I'm doing. And then I'm just gonna mark off like the top and the bottom and each side, just little marks, and then kind of the halfway between two. So I'm just kind of winging it there. I'm not measuring, but I just kind of want to give myself an idea of where I'm going with my project here. All right. So for this one, we start with like two triangles kind of stacked on top of each other. And you could do this in different ways. So you could do a triangle and then another triangle, or you could just go ahead and do like an X. For me, I think this works better than doing a triangle and a triangle. But you can go ahead and do whichever way you would like. So I'm just doing that on each one of the little points that we drew, and the intersection is on that point. I'm trying to tangle and keep an eye on my puppy at the same time. It's very windy here, and he doesn't really like that. Um, all right, we're at our last one. So I have those in. So they look like little bow ties, actually. Um, so that's our first step. And then I'm going to go ahead and put in our second one. So about, well, I don't want to say half an inch or so. So if you're thinking of like halfway between these 2 points, we want to make kind of like a little bit of a pritah and go to the intersection, cross over, and come back in. Benji, Benji, come here. Come on, come on, buddy. Okay, my puppy's name is Benji, and he loves to get in trouble. All right. Okay, buddy. Okay. So then we do that all the way around. If you need to kind of mark those points, you can put just a little point there. You may or may not need that. So we swirl around, come back, and then go the opposite direction. And you can be as swirly as you like. I do kind of like putting these in. It is helpful. Oops. And we're at our last one already. Benji, come on. All right, once we have that in, then we are going to, this is interesting. We're going to connect the corner over to the top of that swirl. We're going to then come down here and go from the swirl to the corner. And the same on the other side. So instead of stacking them one on top of each other, I am putting them next to each other just because I like working in the round. It's one of my favorite things to do. So if I can convert something to working in the round, I'm going to do it. You're just really coming down from the top over to the swirl and then from the swirl down to the other corner. It goes pretty quickly. So I have something that looks like this. We're actually getting a really cool star in the center like that, which is really nice. All right. And then I'm going to switch to my felt tip pens, and I'm going to be using different colors. You can continue in the black ink, of course. So I'm going to just put these there. But I just would like to use some color today. So I'm going to grab one of them. So I've got the orange. And let's just start off to the side here. So where I'm using color, you could actually use your black ink. And we're just drawing lines inside the triangle. I'm going to fit as many in as I can, like that. And then I'm also going to add a little color here. And then I'm going to switch and take the next color. But yeah, you could totally do this all in black. And then I've got a pink one here. And I think because this is one of my favorite colors, I am going to use this twice. So I'm going to use this one down here as well. Let's go in with the green. So you could pick just one color or a bunch of different colors. I'm just playing around with color today because I just feel like I need some color in my life at this point. And then I've got a darker blue too. So I have a whole bunch of different colored little owls here. And I'm going to go ahead and go in with the black, and I'm going to do an aura around and inside as well. And then we'll do our shading. So let's go in here and just do an aura. And then I'm going to also aura on the outside. Like that. And then we can take our number 2 pencil and do some shading. You can shade inside here. And then I think I'll also add a little bit of shading just in here. And also along the outside. And then I'll take my tortillon I'm going to start on the inside here, just blending it. Like so. And we've got some in here. And if you want, you could put like a touch of shading on these points. I'm just going in very lightly with my tortillon because it already has some graphite on it. So that's more than enough. Can barely see that. And then going around the outside here. All right, so we have something very playful like that, and that's it. Literally, that's Owlpeek. Very cute, and I think I like them side by side actually. Um, I'm gonna just put my initials, I think, down in one of the corners. So let's just go with like a corner and put my initials in there. And I'm just gonna maybe put it in a circle, in an orb, a little bubble all its own. All right, so we have our Inktober Tangles, day 26, Owlpeek by Susan Yeo, CZT. Thank you, Susan, for that one. And put my name on here. And it's the 29th already. So October is coming to an end rapidly. But that's okay. We're just enjoying the process and having fun here. And yeah, very cute. And I like the color. And it's very fun in the round. So play around with this little project. Um, Try color if you'd like to. If not, black ink is 100% fine. And a big shout out to Stephanie Jennifer for putting Inktober Tangles together for us. I've learned so much actually. Even though this has been a challenging month for me, I always am proud of myself when I can say I've learned something. And this is an example of that. So yay, yay for me and yay for you. All right, I'll see you soon for the next one. Have a great day and take care. And I love you guys. Bye.